My name's Sean Morton and I'm from the Display Link. I'm going to show you how to put a twist banner stand together. So we'll start with the base, which is a nice strong base, as you can see. And this base is available in silver or in black. What we're going to do then is insert the three uprights into the base. We've got a bottom, a middle and a top. We're going to start with the bottom one. The bottom one is the one that's open-ended, and we're going to place that into the base. You'll notice there's a red line on the bottom piece, and that is basically where you should make sure that it's inserted up to, like so. So we'll put that in there and give that a good push up to that red line. Okay, then we've got a choice of two pieces. One is obviously the top, which is that piece. So the other one is the middle. I'm going to place that over the top and twist. And then we're going to do the same with the top piece. The top piece also has holes in the top which allows you to insert the integral lighting, which we'll come to shortly. So we'll put the top piece in there. So that would be the hardware set up, ready to accept a graphic for a 2 metre height. However, on this occasion, we're going to do a height of 2250, like the one that's already installed. So we're going to insert an extension piece. So I'll take the top piece off, and in its place, as well as we're going to insert the extension piece, like so, like that. So now that will take a graphic that's 2250, as opposed to the standard 2 metre height. Okay, so what we're going to do now is attach the graphic. Because of the height of this one, it's handy, if you're not so tall like myself, to have a little stool around. What we're going to do is start by resting this top flexible carbon rod onto the top. Place that on there, make sure it's nice and central, and that will just hang there for the moment. Then the next thing I'm going to do is pull it down through the holes and move it to the left. That will then apply the tension so everything looks nice and flat. And finally, I'm going to put this rubber grommet into the hole, or one of the holes, and that will stop the graphic from moving left or right and losing its position. Now if you have opted for the lighting, you can put the light on. And you've got these rather nice LED lights. You can change position, swivel, etc. So if you remember the holes that were in the top of the upright, I'm going to place this light into two of those holes, like so, and position the light to suit. All we have to do then is connect the power. So if we have a look round the back, we've got two prongs which go into either side of the upright. So I'm going to place those into these holes. 1, 2, and then this end will plug into the end that's the transformer on. So that goes into there. There's the plug. And as you can see, there's plenty of cable on that, so it gives you a bit more flexibility. Hi, part 2 is where I'm going to show you how the two straight stands will link together. What we've got for this basically is something called an easy link kit, which is 3 magnetic bars and a couple of metal dowels, often referred to as spigots. So what we're going to do is firstly place the spigot into the bottom of each rail, sorry, of one rail, like that, and the same at the top. Okay. Then I'm going to move one into position until the spigot's join the two stands together. Start from the front so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, now that's not actually magnetically joined together just yet, so if you just... So what we've got here is some magnetic tape that runs down the back of the graphic. And all we're going to do, starting from the bottom as a rule of thumb, is attach one magnetic bar, then another, and they'll kind of snap into position, and another. And on this occasion, most twist stands are 2 metres high, but this one's actually 2250. So we've got a little extension piece, extension magnet bar there, which you can just put into position. And if you just take a look at that from the front now, you can see we've actually made a perfect seamless joint. And that's how easy it is to simply attach 2 straight twist stands together. Right, this time I'm going to show you how to attach 2 stands together, but from the front. So that you can't always get behind the stands to attach the magnetic bars. So what we're going to do is, I'm going to put one spigot in this time, at the top only. And then I'm going to attach the magnetic bars from the front. So starting from the bottom, 1, 2, 3, and then the extension piece. You'll notice there's a line down the middle of the actual magnetic bars, and that will help locate the magnets when you actually apply it. So you need to make sure that you've got half still revealed after placing on this magnetic tape. Okay, so now I've done that, I'm going to slide the other stand up to it, reasonably close, and then I'm going to feed the spigot through. And just push across, and hopefully that should all align and give you a perfect seamless joint. There you go. Hello, for part 3 I'm going to show you how to attach the Flexi link. The Flexi link, by the way, is always 550mm in width. So what I'm going to do is set the width first of the 2 twist stands that are either side of the Flexi link. So I'm going to place the Flexi link down, and I'm going to place the bottom rail into each twist stand. So that's one, and then I'm going to slide the other twist stand up to it and put that in position as well. Then you know that the position is correct and you've not got to start trying to get everything in the right place. So what we're going to do now is place the Flexi link top rail into position. So we'll gently unroll the graphic and we'll insert like so. Now at the moment that's not actually very secure because all it's doing is balancing on the springs that we've placed into the twist stands. So as quick as we can we need to now go around the back and attach the magnets. Again, this is like part 2 where we showed you how to connect 2 straight stands together. The difference however this time, and the most important thing, is that because we've got a flexible hanger, that means that basically it can create sagging at the bottom. So we need to pull that sagging back up towards the top. So what we're going to do is, if we start at this side, as I apply the magnetic bar, I'm going to pull the Flexi link up slightly, taking the tension off, taking the sagging away. Put into position. Again, it's sagging there. So what I'm going to do is exactly the same again. Just give that little tug and place the mag bar on. And just keep that procedure going on both sides. So we'll do the same on this side. And so on. Remembering on this occasion, so this is higher than most twists, 2250, so we've got the extra magnetic bar, which we'll place into position there. So if you've applied the magnetic bars on the back correctly, it should look something like this, with no sagging at the bottom. So really now it's just a case of positioning it to sew. So what we can do is we can take the twist system and bend it around different shapes. For example, here we can have an internal corner, and we can take that right the way around if we want to, or we can have an external corner. So just gently pull that round. And then we have a 90-degree external corner. There you go, that's the Flexi link. Okay, so now we're almost finished. As you can see, we've got 1, 2, 3 twist stands linked together here. 1, 2, 3 twist stands here. We've got an end cap, and we've got the Flexi link in the corner. What I'm going to show you now is how to install the other end cap just here. So to attach an end cap, what we're going to do is we're going to stick a blank graphic onto the back of this graphic here. So as before, position. At this point, it's also useful to put the rubber stopper in so that the banner can't pop out of position. Okay, so now what we're going to do is attach the end cap to the twist system. This is probably the most difficult part of the installation, but once you've done it a couple of times you'll find it gets easier. So what we're going to do is attach the magnetic bars to the front graphic firstly. 1, 2, and because this particular system is 2250 high as opposed to the standard 2 meters, it just needs another pair of hand driller to give me a hand to attach it. So if Lorraine can help. So what we're going to do is start by attaching the graphic to the blank back panel first. So just put that in position. Slot the spring into the hole on the blank graphic, and I'm I'm going to hold the tension as Lorraine attaches the magnetic bars to that side. So again, I'm pulling the tension so there's no sagging at the bottom of the end cap. So now we've got one side connected, we're going to gently, bit by bit, curve the Flexi link around. If you hold the actual rubber tops and bottoms, that will help curve it round. And again, guide the spring into the connection point of the next stand. Hopefully, that will then snap into position. There you go. That's the end cap. Right, now I'm going to show you how easy it is to convert the wheel cases into a podium. So we've got one case here, we've got another case, we're going to put those back to back. The little tip is to cable tie the two handles together so that they can't be separated. I'm not going to do that today just to save time. We've got the graphic. The graphic simply goes around it, and at the back side there's a Velcro strip that we will just fasten together. Make sure it's central and where you want it, and then just apply this handy folding tabletop. There you have it. Okay, so just a quick demonstration on how to put everything into this case. So everything that we see here, the graphics, the hardware, the lights, everything will go into this case. And in this wheeled hard case you can fit two systems and one Flexi link. So what we're going to do is take the graphics down. So we're going to roll these up carefully with the image to the outside. Try and roll them as neatly as you can. And then place into one of the tubes. And then we're going to do the same again with this graphic and place it into that tube. Okay, so next thing is roll the Flexi link up nice and tight and place that into the centre of one of the other graphics. However, on this occasion, this stand is 2250mm high, so it's higher than the normal twist stand. So more capacity is required to fit it inside. So on this occasion, we're going to supply the Flexi link in a separate tube. So, down to the hardware. So, twist and disconnect all the pieces. Remembering that most twist stands are only 2 metres, so there'll only be 3 pieces. And what we're going to do is put each upright into the sponge compartments here. So we'll start with one piece. Let's just zoom in a little bit. Goes in there. Another piece, and I usually put this one in last, in between the other two. I'm going to do the same with this one. Then we're going to put the bases inside the case. One of them will go to the outer curve, and the other one will go the opposite way, allowing them a curved shape inside, closer, to be able to slot your tubes into. So there's the space, and the tubes will just slot down one side there and down the opposite side there. Everything's nice and compact. A few other pieces. You've got your lights, if you've bought lights, that will go down these areas. We've got any magnetic bars you may have, can also be inserted in there. And any extensions can either be put in there, or there is actually a section on the underside of the lid to fix them onto. Personally, I prefer to just put them into the middle. Finally, a couple of transformers for your lights can also go into the tubes as well. Sorry, actually finally, these are the rubber grommets and any metal dowels that you may need to use for whatever configuration you have. I tend to put them all in one bag in one place so that you can't lose them. Put them in there, put the caps on the tubes, and then finally attach the lid. Front side clips in first, back side fastens. When you transport it to a systems overnight on couriers, I would attach either a little padlock or a cable tie threaded through that hole. That'll stop the fixings from lifting up there. And then you've got your wheels, and there you go.